the devastating consequences of crossing the world's deadliest Jason. Just moments ago Jason was completely surrounded by a group of mercenaries. The mysterious box he had worked so hard to obtain was suddenly snatched away by Mike. It turned out everyone on the helicopter were Mike's operatives. This Mike was absolutely devious. To cover his tracks he directly eliminated all of Mountain's subordinates. Fortunately Jason was rescued just in time by Kate. The two immediately took control of a helicopter and began pursuit. Meanwhile on the other side Gray discovered he had been deceived and flew into a rage. He immediately ordered his men to launch a relentless manhunt for Sarah and the others. Although Danny was just an actor, his driving skills were definitely at professional level. One perfect drift maneuver instantly bought Sarah precious time. Sarah fired 3 precise shots directly sending the pursuing car plummeting off the cliff. But there was still another vehicle hot on their trail. Seeing the distance closing, Sarah could only urgently call Jason for backup. Jason quickly locked onto their position through cell phone tracking. He immediately changed course and headed full speed to provide support. At this point Danny and the others had been forced to an extremely narrow intersection. Danny executed a masterful turn, successfully navigating through the danger. Just as Jason arrived at the scene, the car had already entered the tunnel. Jason could only fly to the tunnel exit and wait anxiously. The moment Danny's car burst out of the tunnel, Jason decisively fired a rocket into the tunnel. With a thunderous explosion, all the pursuers were wiped out. Just when everyone was ready to pack up and head home, they suddenly received an urgent call from Tech. It turned out this deal was worth a terrifying $100 billion. Mike had long since betrayed them and become the buyer's lackey. Jason had to retrieve the box before the transaction was completed. The group once again stormed Gray's luxury estate, forcing him to reveal specific information about the buyer. Initially Gray absolutely refused to cooperate, but under Jason's terrifying threats he could only obediently tell the truth. It turned out the buyer was a mad biologist named Carl. He developed this programmable artificial intelligence to destroy the world's banking systems. These lunatics had even purchased $400 billion worth of gold in advance. Once their plan succeeded, gold prices would skyrocket 100-fold. To stop this world-ending terror plot, that night Jason and his team infiltrated Carl's secret base. Reconnaissance revealed the base had 4 armed guards. Jason and Kate worked in perfect coordination, quickly eliminating all base security. Under Kate's covering fire, Jason fought his way to the main gate. After taking out the door guards, he successfully infiltrated the base interior. He then engaged in intense hand-to-hand combat with 2 more guards. Meanwhile Gray swaggered up to Carl with Danny, directly demanding the massive broker fees they owed him. But now that they had the goods in hand, the group didn't take Gray seriously at all. Gray calmly found a chair, sat down and said coldly, "No one in this world can owe him money." As soon as he finished speaking, missiles instantly destroyed the company's 6 satellite receivers. And this was merely the appetizer Gray had prepared for them. If the buyers continued to refuse payment, then the next missile targets would be their families. Carl was scared out of his wits by Gray's terrifying methods. Seeing the intimidation had worked, Gray finally got up and left with style. Carl wanted to abandon the plan and immediately pay all outstanding fees, but Mike didn't want the fortune within his grasp to slip away. He immediately broke into fierce internal conflict with Carl and both sides engaged in wild gunfights. By the time Jason reached the scene, both sides had suffered near total casualties. Just as Jason was about to take the box at the crucial moment, Mike suddenly emerged from the pile of bodies. Fortunately Jason was prepared and directly smashed the box into Mike's face. Mike still wouldn't give up and tried to grab a gun to fight back. Jason delivered another devastating blow, completely finishing off Mike. After safely delivering the mysterious wooden box to Tech, this earth-shattering crisis was finally completely resolved.